Welcome back, it's me, Lou. Okay, so for today's video, we are going to revisit a custom action figure I made a couple of months ago. So, some months back, I made a custom Dante from Devil May Cry. And for that action figure, I used Gunslinger Spawn as the base for that figure. So, first off, this figure, Gunslinger Spawn, badass. This is probably one of my favorite McFarlane releases from the past, I don't know, year. It's an amazing action figure. It recently saw a re-release. I remember seeing it at my local Target. The re-release has a different loadout. I believe one of the weapons it includes is the Gatling gun or chain gun. But this here is the first release of the figure. It's amazing. Everything about this figure is great. The costume design is awesome. The sculpting, the accessories, top-notch action figure. So when I first picked up this figure like months ago, the first thing I thought when I was holding this figure in hand is how much it reminds me of Dante from Devil May Cry. And then I made it my mission to make a custom Dante action figure, which brings us to this. Now, if you go into my back catalog of videos, you should be able to find the first version of this figure I made. And I pretty much took Gunslinger Spawn and I combined it with pieces from the 7 Deadly Sins Bond action figure, which is also made by McFarlane Toys. The luxury of both those action figures being made by McFarlane is that they share a very similar construction, so the joints are actually swappable. So I made a Dante figure, but I was never completely happy with the head. I was using the Bond head, which looks nothing like Dante, and it kind of just haunted me. And then I went digging through my parts bin, and I found a Marvel Legends head, and it looked not that it was a perfect match for Dante, but for me it was close enough, and that was the Archangel head. And since it was Archangel, I had to repaint it. Because Archangel, he's blue. You know, that's the X-Men character if you're familiar with that guy. It's Warren Worthington. He used to be known as Angel. He has the wings. But as Archangel, he's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And he has a blue face and he still has blonde hair. So I took that extra head I had and I repainted it in flesh tone. And I repainted the hair white. And for me, I threw it onto this body and, you know, it's like, wow, instant Dante. Is it perfect? No. You know, it's very Devil May Cry inspired, but this doesn't actually reflect Dante as he appears in any of the games. You know, this still retains 95% of Gunslinger Spawn. But it's a great costume. The red coat just screams Dante, and this head just, I think it really seals the deal. So yeah, this is a Marvel Legends Archangel head that was repainted, and this is my new custom Dante action figure from Devil May Cry. Now, one of the things that Dante has is that he has his trademark pistols. You know, unfortunately, Gunslinger Spawn has revolvers. You know, I could live with that. And McFarlane Toys, they're coming out with that Spawn accessory pack, which is all nothing but firearms. And I believe that comes with a pair of pistols, which you're supposed to... They're not going to say it outright because Warner Brothers and DC, they don't allow firearms with their action figures, but there's a pair of pistols. Even though it's labeled for Spawn, it's clearly meant for the Red Hood figure. And for me, you know, if I pick up that accessory pack, I could take those pistols, and they're not a perfect match, but you know, I can just give them to like my custom Dante. So one thing besides the pistols that Dante is missing is his crazy sword. You know, he always has crazy swords. So I went hunting around on Amazon, but first off, I did have a sword I was using temporarily. It was a Marvel Legends sword. I can't remember for which figure it was from, but this was the sword I was using for Dante. The only reason why I chose it was because it's ridiculous in its size, and you know, if you've played any of the Capcom video games like Monster Hunter, you know, the characters always wield these ridiculous giant-sized broadswords, and it was a good temporary fit for my custom Dante figure, but I really wanted to make my Dante just be a little bit more authentic. because you know he looks like this looks like Dante. You know, he has the hair, he has the jacket, he has, you know, the holsters for his, you know, dual wielding pistols or revolvers, but he needed a sword. So I went hunting around on Amazon and I came across this. Let's take this out. And what we have here is, this is pretty cool. So we have Dante. I don't think this is actually official either. This might be like bootleg. This is the Devil May Cry Rebellion Sword. And as you can see, we have Dante right there from Devil May Cry. It says here this is from Devil May Cry 5. There's the logo, but I don't know if that's accurate. I gotta double check. So here's my Dante next to the like legit video game one. And he actually has now an official, or at least semi-looking official sword. It's a little bit on the smaller size, but you know, for me, it'll do for now. This is actually a keychain. I'll just remove the keychain part of it. I'll remove the ring and the chain. But for now, here's the Rebellion Sword from Devil May Cry. You know, it looks nice, and it's a little bit small. You know, I really wish it needs to be at least twice the size. But for now, you know, it's beggars can't be choosers. So unless I find a larger one down the road, this is going to be my custom Dante's sword for now. It's a little bit on the loose fitting end because the handle's too thin, but I can easily bulk that out somehow. But for now, you know, at least he has a sword, and it's actually a Devil May Cry looking sword. So yeah, there's Dante with his sword. And I'm pretty stoked on it. You know, this is a pretty cool action figure. I just have to remove the keychain part of it. But for now, I could live with this, you know. You know, for now, this is going to be my Dante. Square Enix, I think it was Square Enix. It might have been them or NECA. They actually released a Devil May Cry action figure some years ago. But the prices on that figure on the secondary market, I think it's upwards towards like $75 to like $100. And there's no way I'm going to pay, you know, that kind of money for it. So for me to make this custom Dante from Gunslinger Spawn, you know, I thought it was it was a fun project. It's not perfect. I know there's going to be purists out there that are going to point out all the inaccuracies, but, you know, it's a custom. And in the meantime, at least it gives me a Dante figure. You know, Dante's a very iconic video game character, and I don't know, I think it's awesome. So yeah, we have an update on my custom Dante figure. If I make any more changes in the future, I do want to make a custom box for him. You know, I'll be sure to highlight that in a future video, or if I replace his firearms with the more accurate ones. But for now, I can live with this. You know, it's not perfect, but at least it gives me a Dante figure. And, you know, I couldn't say that a year ago. So yeah, there we go, Dante. Alright, so wrapping this video up, once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.